Reading the Chofetz Chaim on Proper Speech, Day 166, Informing the Speaker. For one to listen to Rechilas within the framework of halacha, it is not sufficient that the listener be justified in paying attention to the information being conveyed. The speaker, too, must have constructive intent. If the speaker is unaware that the information he is relating is of significance to the listener, then he is guilty of speaking rechilas. The listener then is cause for the speaker's transgression and has violated the prohibition of, before a blind person do not place a stumbling block, which prohibits one from causing another Jew to sin. Thus, it is the responsibility of the listener to explain to the speaker that the information is important for him to hear and is therefore not considered gossip. If the speaker was already in the process of relating the gossip to others, when the person whom the information is relevant appeared on the scene, he would not be guilty of causing the speaker to transgress. Even so, it is proper for the listener to explain why he is listening, so that others will realize that he is not transgressing, and he considers their non-constructive listening as a sin. The waters of Torah. It is clear that through Shmirat HaLashon one saves himself from transgressing thousands of sins each year. Literally. Moreover, in a place of these potential sins, one earns for himself thousands of merits. Let us suppose that a given individual begins to exercise caution in matters of speech, thus refrains from speaking 10 forbidden words per day, which he otherwise would have spoken. This means that each year he exercises self-control, not expressing more than 3,000 forbidden words. The Talmud states, one who sits and does not commit a sin is given reward equivalent to the one who performs a mitzvah. Above, we have cited a midrash quoted by the Vilna Gaon, that the reward for refraining from speaking the forbidden is beyond the comprehension of the angels. For one who has fixed daily Torah study session, the quality of Shmirat HaLashon can ensure that his learning is not interrupted by idle chatter. Aside from the sin of speaking Lashon Hara, the sin of Bitul Torah, unwarranted disruption of Torah study, is the most severe. To disrupt one's Torah learning shows a lack of regard for the greatest of mitzvos, and causes one's learning to be fractured by the lack of power and accomplishment of continuous study. In the sphere of Torah study, a half hour plus a half hour does not equal 1 hour. Torah study is a prime antidote against the impurity brought by sin, including that of Lashon Hara. Strife likens to Torah study to the waters of the mikvah, which purify. It follows then that, just as the mikvah purifies from any impurity, which encompasses the entire person, so too does the Torah purify even one's being is totally immersed in the morass of sin. However, just as the mikvah purifies only when there is no chazitza, interposition between the person's body and the water, so too can the purifying effects of the Torah elevate the person only when he is totally immersed in study. Thanks and Shabbat Shalom.